Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown live results and your WWE main event spoilers. This week I did get two results for that. One brief and one a little bit more detailed. Happy birthday goes to Angelina Love, aka Lauren Richards. She turned 35 years old. She and her husband Davey Richards welcomed their son David into the world back in March. Baron Corbin turned 32. His real name, Tom Pestock. No dark matches advertised for the SmackDown live show and from the Arena website. But on advertised for Tuesday, September 20th, new WWE Studios and Lionsgate movie, Interrogation, will be released on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. And the movie stars Adam Edge Copeland, Hall of Famer, and current WWE star Lanna are in the movie. And here's a link for the movie trailer or whatever you want to call it. It's about 1 minute and 50 seconds. Just probably one fight scene. And here's how it goes. The movie's directed by Stephen Reynolds, and here's a synopsis. After FBI receives a threat that endangers the entire city, an interrogator, Adam Copeland, and IT specialist, Lanna, are plunged into a series of mind games with criminal mind desperate racing against time to uncover the villain's true agenda as they fight to protect thousands of lives. And again, that link titled Bank Brawl, featuring Edge, is the exclusive movie still, along with the DVD cover art that I'll show you at the same time. Raw superstar Jack Swagger is backstage for a SmackDown in Philadelphia. So go along with the storyline to something they did on Raw, something with his contract being up. No word yet if Swagger will be appearing, but he will be there to continue the storyline. For those that missed it, Swagger lost to Jinder Mahal and was revealed from Raw that Swagger's deal is expiring soon. Speculation is that it would lead to Swagger being signed by the Blue brand. So, guess what? He's back on SmackDown. Randy Orton worked Monday Night's Raw show in Fairfax, Virginia, but did not take any bumps. And don't know if I got the pictures, but thanks to Chad Duke's Wrestling Show on Twitter, which showed Orton in a tag team match with John Cena against the Wyatt family. Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that Orton took no bumps during the match. Orton was pulled from his match at the pay-per-view with Bray Wyatt, a backlash because of a reported concussion. He appeared at the event, but only to deliver an RKO. Hall of Famer Road Warrior Animal is featured in a commercial at this link for you for Goof Off Heavy Duty Remover, which you can check out at the link. WrestlePro announced that Ryback's first post-WWE matches will take place next month. He will team with WrestlePro owner Pat Buck, who is also the co-host of his podcast Conversation with the Big Guy, to face WrestlePro Tag Team Champion, the New Heavenly Bodies, and their upcoming October 14th live event in Cresskill, New Jersey. On the following night, he will be in singles competition against Dan Maff at WrestlePro's event in Brooklyn, New York. And you can go to more details at WrestleProOnline.com. And by the way, he's trying to legally change his name to Ryback, Ryan Reeves, and wrestle under that same name. Very similar to Cody Rhodes, who will not be allowed to wrestle in TNA or Ring of Honor as the Cody Rhodes name. So, I wonder if he can misspell it. Go with Rhodes, R-O-D-E-S. They didn't specify any of that. They were doing misspelling. Daniel Bryan named a partner for AJ Styles after he had a hard time finding one, and introduced him to James Ellsworth, who the guy was on SmackDown on the show, who fans might remember as the same opponent that Braun Strowman had on Raw. Ellsworth entered for the main event, but was attacked by The Miz, who inserted himself into the match as Styles' partner, screaming that he is a main event star. Despite the main event of WWE No Mercy being announced tonight is John Cena versus Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles in a triple threat match for the world title. SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon did announce that Dean Ambrose will be getting a singles rematch for the title at a later date. So that could be a spoiler. Dean Ambrose will still get his shot. Big Show doing charity meet and greet. That's why he's not being on live events or even on TV. As he's appearing at Fan Fest in Orlando in Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on September 17th. You can purchase autographs in person with cash only and schedule photo ops in advance as well. With all proceeds benefiting One Orlando. Madusa teased a major announcement earlier today. The Hall of Famer Madusa, formerly known as Alundra Blaze, revealed that she will be retiring from active competition in Monster Truck Racing. Madusa made the announcement live on Facebook earlier tonight. I did not get a video. Madusa talked about her accomplishments and fighting to earn respect, and thanks fans for their support, and announces a retirement tour. She says it starts this weekend, and she will compete through March 31st, 2017. Matt Hardy posted the latest update following last week's Impact Wrestling. He noted that Brother Nero has been in a wheelchair for days, and I'll show you a picture, and the Vanguard 1 is off the grid. That means destroyed. At Matt Hardy Brand, Day 5 update. Hashtag Brother Nero's been in a chair with wheels for days. Hashtag Vanguard 1's off the grid. Hashtag prayers for Vanguard 1. Well, there's rumors about WWE spoofing CM Punk's UFC 203 loss during the Dolph Ziggler versus Miz match at Backlash pay-per-view, as seen in a video link for you. Here, the start of the match played out like Punk versus Mickey Gall fight, with Miz playing Punk and Ziggler as Gall. Ziggler ducked a wild punch from Miz and took him down and dropped some ground and pound. Miz, however, was able to escape the pummeling by making the ropes. Well, Gall spoke to TMZ Sports, in which you can watch the video at that link. During the interview, Gall was asked about the spot and said that it was an honor. That's cool, man, Gall said. It's an honor. I think it's not so much me, but their feelings against him. So I guess that's kind of crappy. But you know, hey, I loved it. It's cool, man. Also, earlier this week, former WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Guess what he's doing now that he's done with WWE? He's opening a Mexican restaurant. A line of them. Show you a link at this, a link to the picture. Thanks to Paige on her Instagram account. As she's also left WWE Paige has posted the following today on her boyfriend's new project. At El Patron, Alberto is making history one restaurant at a time. First ever La Cantinita to arrive in state from Mexico. You can be part of the ground opening experience when we have a 2-day fun-filled extravaganza. You get to try amazing, authentic food and drinks, mingle with celebrities. It's a kid-friendly with a great outdoor area and also live music for you and the family to enjoy. Come say hello. And on the picture, it also says, now hiring. You want to work for Alberto Del Rio? Maybe you'll get paid in pesos. Keto Taco Bell. Well, spoilers for main event. Kurt Hawkins returned to the ring for a dark match before the main event tapings in Philadelphia as he defeated Brandon Scott, the enhancement talent that lost to Bo Dallas on Raw. So, I got it a little bit mixed up. Not Braun Strowman, it was Bo Dallas. The actual matches, Kane defeated Fandango with Tyler Breeze in his corner. Jason Jordan with Chad Gable, who returned to action, defeated Aiden English with Simon Gotch. The second report, thanks to one of the dirt sheets prior to tonight's SmackDown live in Philly. The following matches were taped for the main event. This match was very brief. Kane defeated Fandango. Didn't say Tyler was there or anything. Jason Jordan defeated Aiden English. Chad Gable was with Jordan at ringside, selling the injury he suffered last week. SmackDown opened up with what looked back at Backlash pay-per-view. We cut to the SmackDown opening video. Live from Philadelphia, Greg Hamilton introduces the new World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles, and you can review that at this link. He comes to a pop, and Mauro Ranallo welcomes us to SmackDown. He's joined by David Otunga and JBL. Styles takes the mic and announces that the champ is here. Styles goes on about how he told you so. Styles says everything he would do, he did. He beat John Cena at SummerSlam, and now he's the face that runs the place. He beat Dean Ambrose at Backlash, and now he's the new WWE World Champion. AJ mentions how he could beat Cena with one hand tied behind his back. AJ goes on and on about yelling about how he's the champ that runs the camp. John Cena's music interrupts, and out he comes. Cena says AJ has something that belongs to him, and he wants it back. Styles takes off the armband and says he doesn't need it anyway. He's got the WWE World title. He throws the band at Cena. Cena says AJ still has something that belongs to him. And the bad news for AJ is Cena's finally decided that he'd like to take it back. Cena points at the title and quotes Ric Flair, "I'm beating the man to be the man." Cena says if he could hold that goal just one more time, then he's in the conversation with the man. Cena says he can't think of a better person to make history off of than Styles. Cena says AJ is the face that runs the place, but he's the man who doesn't quit. Cena says he has one goal, to announce that the 16-time champ is here. Fans mostly cheer for as Dean Ambrose's music hits, and now he comes to interrupt. Ambrose comes right to AJ, and he raises the title in Ambrose's face. Ambrose says AJ did something wrong when he kicked him below the belt. AJ became his enemy with that move. Ambrose says he's not just taking the title back, he's taking it back with interest. Cena turns Ambrose around. He knocks Dean for complaining about a low blow when he hung AJ by his crotch a few weeks ago. Cena says Steve Austin was right about Ambrose on his podcast. Cena is surprised the low blow hurt Ambrose. He says Ambrose is just showing everyone that he has no balls. A Cena chant started out from the crowd. Ambrose says Cena must be mistaking him for someone that gives a damn what he thinks. Ambrose has no patience for Cena, his speeches, or his bullcrap. Ambrose calls Cena a lazy part-timer. Ambrose says WWE uses Cena for morning shows and things like that. Ambrose says, we all know Cena can't get it done in the ring anymore. He couldn't even get past Chomp AJ at SummerSlam. And won't be able to get past him. Ambrose says he'll never back down from a lazy part-time Hollywood wannabe. Shane McMahon's music hits and out he comes to the SmackDown the commissioner. Hell, he should be doing the same as like Brock Lesnar. Part-timer. Shane says that he couldn't help but come out. He gives Cena and AJ props for tearing the house down at SummerSlam. He also gives AJ props for beating Cena in the middle of the ring. Shane finds the face that runs the place saying annoying, but says AJ has earned it. Shane also comments on AJ and Ambrose tearing the house down at Backlash, but says AJ took the easy way out, and that's not how he would like to see the WWE Champion crowned, but AJ is the champion. Shane says Ambrose is due his one-on-one rematch, but they will discuss that later. Shane announces Styles versus Ambrose versus Cena for No Mercy with the title on the line. He also announces Cena and Ambrose versus AJ and a partner for tonight. If he can find one, Shane says, Daniel Bryan will find him one. If not, still to come segment, Nikki Bella versus Carmella versus Naomi versus Natalya versus Alexa Bliss to determine the new number one contender. Back to commercial. Well, you get the tag team match on SmackDown. The Hype Brothers versus Usos, which you can get to this link. Back for the break. Get that Zack Ryder Mojo out first, as well as the Usos following up. Jey Uso starts with Zack Ryder as goes after his bandaged knee. Back and forth until Jimmy Uso comes in with Mojo. Mojo unloads on Uso and goes to work. Jey provides a distraction to the referee, allowing Jimmy to get an eye rake in, leading to a big super kick from Jimmy. Jey tags back in and nails a top rope splash for a quick win. I did not get to see that because my feed went out. And even on USA Gold, it goes out. Two links, they had simultaneous things. One was just a little bit louder. And they both would go down. After the match, Usos made their exit as we get replays. Then we come back to Ryder looking on from the ring as Mojo holds his eye. So to come segment, Heath Slater signs his SmackDown contract. We see Intercontinental Champion Miz walking backstage with Maurice. Back to commercial. And we don't get any action from Kurt Hawkins, but you do get a live promo, which you can catch at this link. We go to the ring, and out comes Maurice with Intercontinental Champion The Miz. Well, you can catch at this link as Miz starts in about how he's not a coward and plugs his Intercontinental title world tour continuing. He's quickly interrupted by Dolph Ziggler. They have words, and Miz refers to Ziggler's career being 6 feet under. Ziggler agrees and says he's at a crossroads in his career. He's in a slump. SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan comes out after Maurice gets in Ziggler's face. Bryan says Ziggler will get a rematch. Miz cuts him off and rants about Ziggler not deserving it. Miz says he told Bryan at Backlash that he wants to renegotiate a contract. Miz says Bryan won't get what he wants until he gets what he wants. Miz says that the title won't be defended on any show until he gets what he wants. Miz says he's calling his own shots and there's nothing Bryan can do about it. Bryan has entered the ring now. Miz drops the mic and leaves with Maurice as Bryan and Ziggler just look on. Ziggler said something to Bryan, but you couldn't hear on the microphone. Well, AJ Styles is walking backstage when he sees Baron Corbin. Styles mentions Corbin versus Apollo Crews tonight, but asks Corbin to team with him instead. Corbin turns him down and says he'd rather have the title, not team with AJ. Corbin walks off as we go to commercial. So we get Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. Back for the break. Out first comes Baron Corbin. Cruz is out next, and you can see what happens in this match right there, and I'll give you what happens here. Cruz opposes in the corner, but Corbin nails him from behind. Corbin takes it to the floor and destroys Cruz before the bell hits. Well, Jack Swagger's music hits, and out he comes as he's a new SmackDown superstar. They face off, and Corbin quickly leaves the ring. Swagger takes the mic and says, as of 12:01 this morning, a.m., SmackDown as his new home. Swagger cut a promo as he's in street clothes. It says, we may think we know what he can do in the ring, but he's going to be a big problem for everyone else on SmackDown. Scratch that. We're going to be a big problem. He does We the People line as well as the crowd, and his music hits. Still to come segment, Ambrose and Cena versus Styles and a partner. We see SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch walking backstage back to commercial. Back for the break, Baron Corbin is announced for the Talking Smack post show. We go to the ring. Out comes new SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. She's interviewed in the ring by Carly Caruso and talks about how much the win means to her. She says that she's a fighting champion and tells the others to bring it on. Next up, we get the Fatal 5-Way for the #1 contendership for the Women's SmackDown title. Naomi versus Nikki versus Alexa Bliss versus Carmella. At this link, you can see that. Naomi makes her way out first. Otunga calls her the Nicki Minaj of WWE. Nikki Bella was out next, followed by Natalya. Okay. Alexa Bliss was out next, and Morrow calls her the Harley Quinn of WWE. Carmella was out last. Bell rings and they all go at it. Nikki unloads on Carmella, sending her to the floor for a breather. Natalya with her early pin attempt on Nikki as Carmella broke up the pinfall. Natalya floored Carmella with a clothesline. Natalya with a snap suplex on Nikki, and then one for Bliss. Natalya hits a Michinoku driver on Naomi for a 2 count. Nikki goes at it with Natalya now. Nikki with a big knee to the head for a 2 count. Carmella and Nikki come face to face, but Carmella runs to the floor and talks trash. Nikki comes out, leaps off the steel steps, and clotheslines on the floor. Naomi drops Natalya in the ring with a kick to the head and rolls her up for a 2 count as Nikki breaks the pinfall. Naomi goes at it with Nikki and targets the neck. Nikki gets her in an electric chair and drops her. Bliss steals the pin, and Naomi kicks out at 2. Bliss put a 2 count on Nikki. Natalya grabs Bliss and knees her. Natalya with a thrust in the corner. Bliss blocks the next, but gets hit with an enziguri from Naomi. Naomi with a full Nelson bomb on Bliss. Natalya hits a low blow drop kick on Bliss while she's held by Naomi for a 2 count. Nikki with a belly buster on Natalya for a 2 count. Naomi with a rear view on Nikki for a 2 count. More back and forth as Natalya slams Naomi's head into the steps. Nikki sends Natalya into the barrier hard. Nikki comes back in with Bliss and takes her to the corner. Nikki gets kicked to the mat in the corner. Nikki ends up going for the TKO, but Carmella kicks her. A super kicks her. Bliss dumps Carmella to the floor and steals the pinfall. Winner and new #1 contender, Alexa Bliss. After the match, Becky stands up from her chair at ringside and applauds. Bliss goes to the floor and runs her mouth, but Becky raises the title. AJ approaches Kane backstage and asks him to be his partner. Kane laughs at him, so I guess that's he's told to no. Still to come segment. Heath Slater puts pen to paper. Back to commercial. Back for the break. Shane McMahon's in the ring with a cover and a table for a contract signing. It's more like a dark grayish color. He gives props to Heath Slater and introduces him. First ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Rhino and Slater, make their way out. And this link is how it goes. Slater cuts a promo and thanks Shane, Brian, Rhino, his wife Beulah, and especially all of his kids. They mention facing another team and eventually are interrupted by the Ascension, who want a title shot. Shane makes the match as we go to commercial. And I did not get to see this match either. because the feed went out on it. SmackDown Tag Team title match, Ascension versus Rhino at this link. Back from the break, Connor is going at it with Slater. He takes control and comes in. In comes Rhino. Rhino gets dumped as well. Connor and Victor double team Slater for a 2 count as Rhino breaks it up. Rhino sends Connor into the ring post and he rolls to the floor. Slater finally makes a tag and unloads on Victor. Rhino with a spine buster for a 2 count as Connor breaks up the pinfall. Slater jumps on Connor's back for a sleeper, but he gets tossed to the floor. Rhino sends Connor to the floor. Rhino nails the gore on Victor for the win. Winner still champions, Heath Slater and Rhino. After the match, Slater and Rhino stand tall with their titles. Brian approaches AJ backstage and about finding a partner. AJ says he doesn't need one. Brian introduces AJ's partner, James Ellsworth, who got squashed by Braun Strowman on Raw a few weeks ago. Fans cheer Ellsworth as AJ walked off. Still to come segment, Randy Orton has a message for Bray Wyatt. Back to commercial, which you can see this. See that link at that. Back from the break, out comes Randy Orton to a pop. Orton cuts promo on Bray Wyatt, tells him to come to the ring if he has the balls. Wyatt appears on the big screen and basically warns Orton to watch out. Lights go back on, out, and Wyatt is now at ringside. The arena is lit up by fireflies and the spotlight is on in the ring. Orton yells at Wyatt to come into the ring. Lights go back out, and when they come back on, Eric Rowan is behind Orton. He lays Orton out, starts beating on him. Orton manages to nail an RKO out of nowhere as the crowd pops. Wyatt is nowhere to be seen. Orton's music hits, and his fans cheer. So to come segment, AJ and Ellsworth versus Cena and Ambrose. This is for your main event. Back to commercial. Well, Miz and AJ Styles versus John Cena and Dean Ambrose at this link. Back from the break, out comes World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles. His partner, the jobber James Ellsworth, is out next with no music, but a big pop for the crowd. He's quickly attacked from behind by Intercontinental Champion Miz. AJ looks on from ringside, somewhat impressed. Miz beats on James and holds his face to the camera, sending a message to Daniel Bryan that he's the real man. He's the real main event. Miz heads to the ring and joins AJ. John Cena's out first for his team. Dean Ambrose was out next. Back from the break, Miz takes control of Cena. Cena tries to fight back, but Miz nails a DDT for a 2 count. Miz finally goes down, and in comes Ambrose. Ambrose unloads on Miz. AJ is next. AJ comes off the top, but Ambrose catches him with a swinging backbreaker. Ambrose goes to the top for an elbow drop and nails it for a 2 count. Ambrose takes AJ to the corner and unloads. Ambrose with right hands and fans count along. Miz gets knocked off the apron. Ambrose goes to the floor and sends Miz into the barrier, telling him to stay down. Ambrose comes back in, but AJ nails a Bailey cake. We got a commercial with Ambrose down. Back from the break, Miz comes off the top and takes Ambrose down. AJ tags in and keeps control of Ambrose for a few minutes. Ambrose finally gets a tag. Miz also comes in, but Cena hits shoulders. Cena with a big slam and 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena goes for attitude adjustment, but AJ runs in. Cena jumps him over the top. Ambrose runs the ropes and dives out onto AJ. Cena grabs Miz and nails the attitude adjustment for the pin. Winner, John Cena and Dean Ambrose. After the match, Ambrose returns to the ring, has his hand raised with Cena. As Cena's music plays, Cena celebrates until Ambrose hits him with the dirty deeds to mostly boos. Heel turn. Ambrose gets riled up and yells at Cena about disrespecting him. We've got to replays and come back to Ambrose music playing. Ambrose exits the ring as AJ looks on from the ramp with his title. Cena tries to recover. In the ring, SmackDown goes off the air with AJ showing off his title. And that's where SmackDown ended. Because halfway through the match, the feed went out completely. It would not come back on. Well, what happened after SmackDown went off the air? No dark match. Cena addressed the crowd in Philly at this link, and during the promo, Cena addressed rumors surrounding his WWE future and Dean Ambrose going soft after his WWE title win. And again, there was no dark match after the show. That was his announcement, and that was it. Thanks for viewing. Peace out. See you when I want to be. If you don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.